This is Timothy Alexander White, your host for Festival at Sea and for Bluetooth Television. This week we are excited because we are celebrating Blue World Travel's 20th anniversary of Festival at Sea. We are especially overjoyed as my co-host Carwana Dyson and I talk with your celebrity guests such as Patti LaBelle, Charlie Wilson, Chrisette Michele, comedian A.J. Jamal, comedian Jay Lamont, saxophonist John Sachs, and celebrity chef Aaron Big Daddy McCargo. This is a week of fun, so sit back, relax, and enjoy Blue World, Blue Skies, Blue Water, and Bluetooth Television. Hi, I'm Timothy Alexander White, spokesperson for Blue World Travel and host of Bluetooth Television, along with my co-host here, Carwana Dyson from San Francisco. Hello.
Hello.
We have a week planned for you. This is the 20th anniversary sailing of Festival at Sea, and this week we've got so many people, so many entertainers. We've got some favorite people of ours that you'll get a chance to meet. We'll get a chance to ask questions and find out a little bit about what they're doing, what they've been doing, what they plan on doing, and how things are going for them. So first we have this young man sitting next to me. He's the winner of Season 4's Next Food Network star, and you are the host of Big Daddy's House, and he's all the way from Camden.
Yes.
My man, Chef Aaron McCargo Jr. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm great, man.
Oh,
Good
man,
to see
how you doing?
Welcome to
Okay,
the show.
thank you. Wow, let me sit up and feel my P's and Q's. I'm great.
You got a lot of things going on with you, man. So here, being on a ship, one of the favorite things for people to do is to eat. And then to bring on a celebrity chef such as yourself, I mean, I'm sure there are some things that you can teach the chefs that are already on board, but we're going to try to delve into some of your secret recipes, if you don't mind, and find out what our favorite dish may be. You got something for the chef?
Well, I mean, tell us a little bit about what was your first dish, like that that you did that you was like, okay, I can do this for a living.
To start me off into cooking,
Yeah.
I would have to say, and I know everybody probably knows the story, but it would be the Easy Bake Oven.
The Easy Bake?
Yes, it would. Yeah, 4 years old.
Was the Easy Bake Oven bought for you, or was it bought for your sister?
It was for my sister. And what happened was the bulb blew. So I went and took a bulb out of the lamp, and I figured I could put it in the oven to get it to work, and it popped. So I got in trouble with my dad and mom when I got some new bulbs. And I said, well, since I got this whooping for it, I might as well use it. So I started to play around, steal little things from downstairs, make little snacks in there. And I couldn't read, couldn't write, but I knew it was something about the smell of food just from being in the house. And we started eating out. We would be on punishment for weeks. And I'd be just cooking in the Easy Bake Oven, whatever we could fall or find, or under the refrigerator, or anywhere. So that was my first meal. It wasn't
How
a
old
great
were you?
meal.
How old were you then?
I was really 4 years old.
4 years old?
4 years old.
Wow,
Oh,
that
man.
young.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it just evolved, and it just kept growing. At 7, I went into using the microwave and still reading recipes out of Julia Child's book, looking at Channel 12, looking at some of the great chefs that I thought were great, Jacques Pepin and Yang Can Cook, and of course just looking at Family Circle, anything that had food. Betty Crocker books, just going through it, and then I realized it was something about me and food, besides me being greedy. My dad telling me, you eat too much. Little fat little boy, you're going to just keep growing. Well, I kept growing, Dad. So, and it just kept on going.
So because you started off at such an early age, like what was it like growing up for you? Like were you teased by your homeboys because you wanted to cook as opposed to like doing other things like sports? What was it
Basketball,
like growing
football,
up?
you want to cook, you're in the kitchen.
Oh, it was tough. And you know what's funny? Because a lot of people say, well, why do you get into sports? I wasn't into sports. I wasn't into girls. I wasn't into anything but food. And drawing. I love to draw. And from middle school, it took off, and it got not in a good way. Like here I am in Camden, New Jersey, going to Pond Point Middle School, which was in the hood of the hood. And I wanted to take a home economic class, and I would come out this class, and people would trip me and throw things at me. And we used to get prunes for lunch, and prunes hit me in the back of the head. And I had a little tail at the end, back growing up, bald head with a tail. And they would pull my tail and call me names. And I got abused from 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I started to put some weight on. So there was more to abuse me. So it was like, okay, now you big and you cook. So, you one of them type dudes. And, it was never heard of. Not in the city, not on TV. You never saw a male other than the Jacques Pepins and the Yang Can Cooks. But then to see a black man from the city cooking on black men anywhere cooking, it was very rare. So it was tough. It was very tough.
I know a lot of people are into simple dishes these days, not too complicated, not a whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. So you're sort of into simple dishes, aren't you? Something really quick, a little stir fry here and there. Or
you know what? You described it perfect. I think it's simplicity and it's elegance. They're both together. You don't have to get deep. You don't have to have 12, 13 recipes. And I look at just the way I was raised, and a lot of people are raised. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. It's like big flavors, keeping it simple, and making sure you're full.
Would you say there's a difference, or what would your concept be between the difference between soul food and comfort food? Or is soul food comfort food?
Soul food is comfort food, and that's the way I look at it. And a lot of times when people meet me for the first time, or they see me and they hear about Big Daddy's house, they automatically assume that I'm doing, soul food down south. But I have a history of cooking in steakhouses, fine dining, hospitals, personalized catering. So it's just a matter of what makes you feel good. That's what's going to comfort you. What's coming from your soul. And I cook with big flavors. I cook with the strong spices and the pepper and the heat. And I think that once you get it on a plate, whether it's in a sandwich or a salad, it's comforting. It's just going to relax you.
Speaking of spices, you have a lot of spices.
Oh, yes. Oh, man. If anybody ever says they can't cook, I got you. I got you back because it's a funny story behind the spices. McCargo spice line, I have 4 components to the set. I got the smoked salt, which a lot of people are just used to salt, but this is a smoked salt, nice and flavorful. I have a seasoned salt, and a lot of times when you buy a seasoned salt, it's like artificial coloring and flavors, and it's so salted down that you don't taste the spices. Mine's is so spice influenced, and not by heat, by no means, but the garlic, the fennel, the caraway, the smoked paprika, and the real strong flavors. And then I have a signature blend, which is the thing that goes on everything. It's like a little bit of sweet and smoky. Then I have my rub, which is spicy. It's not just for rubbing down ribs and chicken. It's for any and everything. And I created this spice from 10, 11 years ago. And then I got married and met my wife. She doesn't cook. And she said, and I get this a lot.
Why should she cook?
Yeah,
why would she want to cook? She's married to a cook.
I should have auctioned off for more then. I was like, yeah, baby, I'll take this, So she got the better end of the deal, but then I won at the end because I would started traveling, and I said, I told my manager, I said, I really don't want to put a spice line. Everyone does that. He said, but you're big, bold flavors. And my wife was always asking me, what are in those bags? I would have these 4 bags of spices. I put on everything. And stupid me. I said, babe, while I'm away, use those spices. She would put it on broccoli. She was putting it on turkey, chicken, pasta. She's like, that spice can go on any and everything. And then I created another one. She did the same thing. So I emptied out the cabinets, and the pantry's done with the spices. I got my own set there, and it works for people that don't cook, going to college, just got married. You got it all in one box.
What would you say would be the easiest dish for someone who doesn't know how to cook, but they have your spices? What would be the easiest dish for them to cook?
Proteins. I would go with a class. I would say proteins: turkey, chicken, fish, beef, pork. You put these spices, any one of them, besides the smoked salt. The smoked salt is something unique and it's different. It's for like brining. It's for like the finishing touches on something. If you want to season your popcorn, but the other 3, definitely, if you're not a cook, you have a forming grill or oven or frying pan, sprinkle the seasoning on it, let it do its thing, and it's done. And you can add a pack or a box of store-bought rice or noodles to make it happen.
Not really. I'm sorry.
I'm excited about this.
I love cooking, but I'm not a spice girl, so I kind of like stick to the same type of spices. But I would like to, wouldn't you like to try some of the line of spices? So where can we find those at?
AaronMcCargo.com.
Okay.
AaronMcCargo.com. AARON.
Now, also, your book can be gotten there too.
Yes, you can get the book anywhere from all over the nation right now.
Simply Done, Well Done is the title of the book.
Simply
Done, Well Done. In fact, we're going to, what I want to find out is the question, like artists and musicians, when they come up with a song, they can sit in it, they say it comes into their head, and they can hear the music. How do you create your spices? Do you imagine it? Do you think about what flavors would taste good with the others? Do you test it first, or how does that come about?
You hit it on the head. It's like, for me, I always tell people without a shadow of a doubt, it's a gift from God to be able to do this. For me, in the middle of the night is when flavors pop up. Like I'll be laying in the bed and something that hit me, like the things I do on the show, like the burger stuff, the Inside Out burger. I was laying there in the bed and I woke up in the middle of the other night and I said, you know what, babe? I would like to take everything on the top of a burger and put it in so it's no mess. And then she said, well, I can't envision that. So
Inside Burger.
getting
Let me
hungry
write
just
that.
thinking
Oh,
about
don't
that.
worry about it. Yo, foodnetwork.com, Aaron. I got the recipes there.
Okay.
Now, we also got a time he's going to cook on deck, on the ninth deck. I believe we're going to do that on Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, Monday,
Monday,
1
yeah.
1 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a chance to dedemonstrate.
Yeah, I won't be doing the Inside Out Burger, but I'll be
Oh, okay.
doing 3 other things that's going to hopefully